हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, कैसे हो आप लोग। आज अपने स्टार्ट करने वाले स्टैंडर्ड 9 का विकास का जो फाइनल टेस्ट का असाइनमेंट है, जिसमें अपने बात करने वाले इंग्लिश सब्जेक्ट सेक्शन 1 क्वेश्चन नंबर 4 की। स्टार्ट करेंगे वीडियो को। श्योर दे हैड अ टीचर बट इट wasn't a regular teacher, it was a man. Who does they refer to? So they refer to the people of many centuries ago. Next, what does a regular mean here? Here, regular means something of lasting nature. Next questions. What is it contrasted with? It is contrasted with a human teacher. Okay. Next question number 2. How does Evelyn hear music? So Evelyn heard music by sensing the notes in different parts of her body. When Ron Forbes tuned two drums and asked her to sense the sound without using her ears, she realized that she could feel the higher drum from the waist up and the lower drum from the waist down. When she played the xylophone, she could sense the sound passing up the stick into her fingertips. By leaning against the drums, she could feel the resonance flowing into her body. Done? Okay, the next question number 3. At which historic event did Bismillah Khan play the Sanai? Name the place and the date of the event and say why it is historic. Start करेंगे. On 15 August 1947, Bismillah Khan played the Sanai from the Red Fort. मतलब पहला क्वेश्चन मिल गया. It was the historic day. Why? Because that day India's freedom, that India gained independence on that day. He became the first Indian to greet the nations with his Sanai. And this event was historic because our country celebrated its independence. He poured his heart out in the presence of the large number of people, including the Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Okay. Next. Kezia decided that there are different kinds of fathers. What kind of father was Mr. MacDonald and how was he different from the Kezia's father? तो आंसर आएगा Kezia's thought about how there are different kinds of father. Mr. MacDonald, for instance, was a loving father who was gentle, forgiving, and enjoyed playing and laughing with his children. He was friendly and kind to them. In contrast, Kezia's own father was very strict and not very friendly. He even beat her up for her little mistakes. Right? Okay, the next question number 5. Give reason. First, Einstein leaving the school in Munich for good. So Albert Einstein left the school in the Munich because he hated the school. Why? Because the school is very strict and controlled the environment and disagreement with his teachers. So that's why they are leaving the school. Second questions. Einstein wanting to study in Switzerland rather than in Munich. According to the Einstein, Switzerland was more liberal than Munich. Hence, he wanted to study in Switzerland. Done. Next questions. Einstein seeing Maliva as an alley. Einstein found an alley in Maliva because she, like him, disapproved of the Philistines or the people, and also that who did not like art, literature, of music. Done. The next question number 6. What happened after the snack fell on the author? So after the snack fell on the author, he froze he froze at his place. Then the snack went in front of the mirror. He thought that the snack is admiring its beauty. If the snack is male, the he would be thinking of have a mistake, and if the snack is female, then it would be a thinking of applying some makeup, mascara, etc. ओके राइट, देखो स्नैक के बारे में ये सोचा था किसने? ऑथर ने. डन. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चंस. हाउ डिड कलाम अर्न मनी एज अ यंग बॉय? तो किस तरह कमाते थे? तो फर्स्ट ऑफ द जो अब्दुल कलाम है, फर्स्ट जो वेजेस कमाते थे वो न्यूज़पेपर डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करके. ओके. और ड्यूरिंग द टाइम्स, वो टाइम पे क्या हुआ था? वर्ल्ड वॉर 2 हुआ था. एंड सडन डिमांड हुई टर्माइड सीड्स इन द मार्केट. तो कलाम क्या करते थे? वॉज अ यंग बॉय, ही कलेक्टेड द सीड्स, कलेक्ट करते थे एंड सोल्ड देम अ प्रोविजन स्टोर्स ऑन द मॉस्क्यू स्ट्रीट. दिस वॉज हिज फर्स्ट अर्निंग. राइट. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन नंबर 8. Why did Santosh's parents agree to pay for her schooling in Delhi? What are mental qualities of the Santosh are brought into the light in the incident? So when Santosh's parents refused to pay for her education, she politely informed them of her plans to earn money by working part-time to pay her school fees. उसने क्या बताया था कि मैं वर्किंग पार्ट में कमाकर मेरी स्कूल की फीस पे करूंगी. Then her parents agreed to pay to her schooling fees in Delhi. Next, this show that Santosh was a mentally strong girl and was determined to work hard, very hard to get herself properly. Right? And educated, right? Next questions. Question number 9. Describe the Maria's struggle in the early days of her training. So early days, Maria Sharapova faced so many problems. First of the, including the cultural adjustment, financial strain, intense competition, and the physical demand of the sport. Also that requiring her to the sacrifice her childhood and the social life to pursue her tennis dream. Okay. Next question number 10. How does the author describe the Kathmandu's the busiest street? Along the Kathmandu is the narrow and the busiest streets. क्यों? Because there are the very small shrine and the flower adorned deities. Apart from these, there are the fruit sellers, flute seller, hawkers of postcards, shop sellings, western cosmetic, film rolls, chocolates, sellings, those selling copper utensil and the Nepalese antiques. The author hears film songs that were blaring out from the radios, sound of car horns, bicycle bells, vendors shouting out their wares. He says that stray cows roam about on the roads. Also that he also drew the vivid pictures of a flute seller with the many basuris protruding from this pole. देखो इसमें पूरा का पूरा जो स्ट्रीट के बारे में बताया गया है. फ्रूट सेलर्स थे वहाँ पे, फ्लूट सेलर भी थे, हॉकर्स थे, राइट, सोप, कॉस्मेटिक्स, राइट, इसके अलावा फिल्म रोल्स, चॉकलेट से बहुत सारी शॉप थी और सब वॉइस कर रहे थे, कार हॉर्न आ रहा था. तो इस तरह की वॉइस, इसलिए काठमांडू के स्ट्रीट को बजिए स्ट्रीट कहा गया है. राइट. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन नंबर 11. What is the Gerrard's professions? Justify your answer with the help of the play. So Gerrard is a playwright by profession. Several parts of the play reflect this. Some of these are This is all very melodramatic. Not very original, perhaps, but at last a sympathetic audience. In most melodramas, the villain is foolish enough to delay his killing long enough to be frustrated. I said you were luckier than most melodramatic villains. That disguise outfit, false mustaches, and whatnot. Next, sorry, I can't let you have the props in the time for rehearsals. I have had a spot of bother, quite amusing. I think I will put it in my next play. डन. सो दैट्स वाई यहाँ से पता चलता है कि भाई जेरार्ड प्रोफेशंस के बारे में, राइट? क्लियर फॉर दिस आंसर. सो दैट्स यहाँ पे वीडियो फिनिश होता है. वीडियो पसंद है वीडियो को लाइक और चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना मत भूलना.